Hola, soy unos más. Estamos en el capítulo 13 de... Iba a decir Salt and Saturn. No, esto es Tales of Berseria. Después de la gran actuación de Magilu. Ah, no podemos volver, fantástico. Después de la gran activación de Magilu, hemos podido llegar aquí sin casi ningún problema. Ay. Oh, calcita, fantástico. La necesitaba para algo, ¿no? Joder, con la piel esta. Bla, bla, bla. Gente...
Right now, Prince Percival is the one ruling Midgand. He's the crown prince.
The Crown Prince. What happened to the king?
The king is in good health, but he's decided to withdraw from public life and leave the kingdom to Prince Percival. He declared that a new way of thinking was needed to save the world from this crisis.
This king sounds like quite the guy.
Prince Percival is incredible too. He's following in the footsteps of the king by working hand in hand with Lord Artorias and the Abbey. As long as we have Lord Artorias and Prince Percival, the future of Midgand is bright. Ask anyone.
Got it. So all of Midgand is on Artorias' side.
Vaya.
The Abbey's job is getting harder and harder. We've all got to give them our full support.
Let's backtrack a bit. Just what sort of organization is this, Abbey?
You're kidding me. How do you not even know that?
The Abbey is part of Midgand's Church of the Empyreans. Originally, it was an order of paladins and warrior priests devoted to exorcising evil.
Yeah. The Abbey's official name is the Exorcist Abbey of the Church of Midgand. Nowadays, its members are all called exorcists.
I'm impressed. You've done your research.
So basically, they're just one branch of the church, right? And for a side branch, they don't really strike me as humble.
Of course not. The High Priest entrusted all his power to the Abbey's leader, Lord Artorias. He's effectively retired.
So the Abbey's leader is at the top of the entire church.
That's not all. The prince also gave Lord Artorias authority over all military and government affairs during the crisis.
Lord Artorias commands Midgand now, and has formed a new theocracy to combat the demon blight.
And that is the origin of the Holy Midgand Empire. The Abbey is its foundation, and its ray of hope.
Wow, okay, got it. The Abbey's a big deal.
Joder. Si todo el mundo supiera la verdad. Oh. Ah, quizás solo los enemigos terribles aparezcan en mazmorras. Question mark. ¿Cuánto falta para el 300? Vale, esto es una taberna, quizás hay algo de información. O quizás no. Bueno, bonito y barato, hombre. Guardar. Caray, los soldados son geniales. Todos los chavales idolatran a los adultos con armadura. ¿Idolatran? ¿No quieres decir idolatran? Estamos ensayando para un desfile durante la ceremonia. Puedes mirar siempre que no estorbéis. ¡Ah! Estoy estorbando. No, no puedo. Vale. ¡Oh! Yo quería estorbar. ¿Puedo ir? chicos. Fuera de que esta zona está restringida durante los preparativos para la ceremonia. Me pregunto si el soldado que quedó conmigo también participará. Parecía un buen muchacho, pero yo en lugar lo evitaría. Con un soldado nunca sabes qué deparará el futuro.
Mommy, when's the prince gonna talk? The exorcists are coming too, right?
I'm sure they will, dear. People are saying it's going to be a very important announcement about the Abbey.
I want to see the exorcists! We need to thank them for saving us from the demons!
You're right. We all have to show them our gratitude and help them however we can.
Yeah! I'll follow the rules, too. I won't be selfish.
They sure are popular.
Because these people don't know the truth.
You think that's so? That the exorcists are fighting the demons they themselves cannot. That's why the people support the exorcists.
Pasad, llevamos 100 años aquí. Hasta el ejército imperial compra aquí. A ver, podría mejorar... Ahí. El arma. Ya está. A no ser que haya algo interesante aquí para comprar. Y este no lo tengo. Tampoco. Anillo de vacío. Es un anillo de vacío. Reducción de daño no elemental. Ostras. Ámbar, fantástico. Pues más 3. Y aún no llego a la probabilidad 5 de anular sagrado. No elemental, vale, eso es no elemental. Tengo que ir... Vale, ahí. ¿Por algo interesting aquí o no? Pues sí. Prenda de calcita. Vaya. Oh. 95. Sombrero de copa. Obviamente el sombrero de copa va para Velvet, porque pega mucho con el traje que lleva. Fantástico. Sobre todo para el traje. Ok, aquí había un alma de gatos. Hostia. Fantástico. Obviamente todas las mejoras van para el Velvet. No destaca nada el sombrero ese.
Listen to those cheers. The royals sure have these folks in line.
Subjects, may I have your attention? It is I, Percival Asgard, Crown Prince of the Midgard Empire. His Majesty, my father, and I are pleased to celebrate with you on this auspicious day.
The ceremony started.
It'll be impossible to slip in now.
After the opening 10 years ago, our kingdom faced an existential threat, both from demons and the terrible spread of demon blight. However, one man raised a miraculous sword and stood so that the body and soul of the land
Over there.
would not be
You can
lost.
climb up if you want. but attacking now would
And
be
the
suicide.
name of that man was Artorias Coldbrand!
Y se le fue la pinza.
None here, I trust, are unfamiliar with Artorias' noble act. To bring us salvation from demons, he sacrificed everything.
But he's a murderer.
He called Lord Inominat one of the 5 Imperiums and blessed us with the strength of the Malachim.
But he's a murderer!
Velvet!
He serves as a shining beacon of reason in this world of turmoil. And reason is what binds us.
But you killed him! You took everything that I loved!
So raise your voices in praise to Artorias' devoted work, to the Savior who purifies evil and guides our flock. Let us
Mátalos a
call him
todos, Velvet.
our shepherd.
Los a todos. Uy, qué lagazo, ¿no?
Even though the world was filled with suffering, I had to ask something tremendous of you all. I entrusted you to endure the pains of reason. I asked you to bind yourselves with shackles of your own will. For the only blade that can expel calamity is one forged from unshaking reason and the iron will to do what must be done.
Cómo enfocan los personajes importantes, ¿eh?
And now that very blade stands ready before all of us today. I offer my body and my life in service to the people of this great land. With the blessings of the Empyrean Innominat, I will guide you to a world without calamity. And this world's suffering will be nothing but a distant memory!
Mátalos a todos.
But you're the one who murdered.
Fool, they'll see us.
You're the one who killed Laphicet.
What?
Mátalo.
The shepherd Artorias. That's who you're after?
Oh, and here I was hoping you'd just straight up pounce on him.
That would be certain death. No. I need a sword of reason and will. That's the only thing that can kill him.
Killing Lord Artorias.
Playing it safe? Boring! Regrettably, it is at this juncture we go our separate ways. I've got a bit of hunting to do.
No one's stopping you.
Goodbye.
Farewell! May your days be fruitful and your nights tormented!
If our enemy's calling himself a shepherd, he won't be going into hiding. Let's take this slowly.
The old man behind him. Melchior, I take it?
Yeah.
Let's gather information on these people. If we know what they're planning, we can find a weakness.
They're the most powerful men in the land. If we're going to look into them, we need a lead first.
Eisen, do you have any underworld contacts in the capital itself? Like your friend at the port?
I don't go inland much, I'm afraid. But Ifrid has close ties to a shadow guild. A tavern in the city, run by an old man called Baskerville, serves as a front for them.
A shadow guild? Those sorts of things actually exist?
That settles it. Let's head to that tavern. They'll have food, I'm sure.
Why not?
Tengo un monóculo, por favor, dime que tengo un monóculo. ¿Qué es esto? Catalejo. Fantástico. Epa. Editar. Puedo editar cosas. Vaya. That's interesting. Pues eso. That's right. Exactamente. No destaca para
My
nada.
stomach made a weird noise.
That's another sign that you're alive.
The exorcists sure were out in full force to see the shepherd's inauguration, weren't they?
What about that guy you're after? Was he there?
What, and have to stand around looking all proper? Nah, that's not his style.
But I thought he was one of the top exorcists.
That wouldn't matter to him.
Huh. All right.
Actually, Velvet, speaking of the shepherd, I noticed he wasn't using his right arm. Was he hurt or something?
Yeah, he was badly wounded a long time ago. He lost the use of his sword arm.
That's what I figured.
But don't get the wrong idea. He's still a master swordsman with his left arm.
I can tell that from the way he moves. His movements are steady and measured, and his chi is centered below his navel.
Huh? Why does that matter?
Some people say that all the body's spiritual energy gathers in a place about 2 finger widths below the navel.
Even when he appears to be in a state of total peace, his guard is never down. He's a formidable adversary. And I think I know why my target has placed himself at Artorias' side. Because now I want to take Artorias down too.
Oh, expedición.
Take a look at this.
Fantástico. Nada nuevo.
All right.
Oh, quiero la cosa nueva esa. Puedo ir por aquí, que quiero ver qué es lo que hay. Buen sombrero de copa que no destaca nada. No hay ni un rasguño aquí. ¿Vi algo aquí? No había ido aquí. El pastor, ¿cuánta cuerda le darán el rey y el príncipe per cabal a ese Artorius, aristócrata anciano? La nobleza de Midgard dedicó más de un siglo a hacer florecer esta tierra, y ahora esperan que nos sometamos a un hombre que se nos sube a los hombros y predica el orden. Es absurdo. Gran parte del ejército desconfía del poder de los exorcistas, pero el caso es que de momento los necesitamos. Mira bien con quién compartes tus opiniones. Sí, es razonable pensar que a todo el mundo no le agrade que alguien tenga tanta autoridad. En el Sacro Imperio de Midgard no hay opinión unánime. Creo que no existe una opinión unánime en ninguna parte, pero vale. ¿Dónde tengo que ir? Ah, tengo que hacer toda la información. Buscar información. Ir jugar. ¿Qué es esto? Tabernas, vale, es una taberna. Pues antes no había ido a esta taberna.
Shepherd, savior of mankind who guides us through the darkness. What an appropriate title for Lord Artorias. I believe in him. As long as we have Shepherd Artorias, we'll make it through this era of disaster.
Shepherd Artorias?
How pompous can you get?
Artorias has already seized control of all religious and secular power in Midgand. But now that he's taken on this new title, he's no longer just an authority figure. He's become the very hope of the masses.
A dangerous opponent indeed.
After seeing that, will you still fight him?
Of course I will. He could be a god for all I care. I'll have my vengeance. No matter what.
No suele venir mucha gente con niños. Somos una taberna, pero tenemos buena comida. A ver, tú.
What'll it be?
Some food for the boy.
Mabo curry is our specialty. It takes a week to stew properly.
De nabo.
Mabo curry.
Some of that, then. Say, do you know a man named Baskerville? I heard we might find him here.
That old man? A scoundrel and criminal who went against the rules of the Abbey. They executed him long ago.
Oh.
Velvet, this Mabo curry is amazing.
You get along so well. Is he your brother?
No.
No, he wouldn't be, would he? After all, your brother was murdered before your eyes.
How do you know that?
The shadows watch those who flinch from the light.
So the guild is still active, even after Baskerville's arrest?
That's right. Just like how Ifrid's crew continues their piracy, even without their captain.
So you're the contact?
What may I help you with?
I want to know what Artorias is planning.
Information such as that, it won't come cheap. I have here a list of jobs, not one remotely legal. Take care of all of them, and I'll tell you what you want to know.
Dime que es matar a todo el mundo. ¿De qué solicitud quieres encargarte? Destruir mercancía, buscar un hombre desconocido, impedir una emboscada. Destruir mercancía. Quiero que destruyas la mercancía de las cajas rojas que están en el almacén del puerto Zexon. Sí.
Take this with you as documentation. It's fake, but it's a good fake. It'll hold up to inspection.
It's registered to Mogulu's menagerie?
Oh? Was that not the name you gave to the guard at the gate?
I can see you're a group to be reckoned with.
Report back here once you're finished. However, be aware that should you fail...
Then this conversation never took place. Got it. I'll cause you no trouble.
I appreciate your understanding. You're welcome to stay the night, free of charge. Forget about work until the morning comes. Right. You're missing Captain Ifrid. The captain has done much toward our viability. I promise that I'll share anything I hear about him for no charge.
Thanks. All we know is there was a pendulum on the ground at the last place he was seen. And that Legate Melchior is connected to the captain's disappearance. How? We don't know.
Sounds like you've got problems of your own. Do you really have time to take on ours as well?
I could ask you why you've tied yourself up with Velvet.
Me? I've got a debt to repay. Without her, there's no way I'd have ever found my blade again.
A demon repaying a debt? Ridiculous.
As ridiculous as a pirate Moloch, you think? No matter how you look at it, there's nothing reasonable about our rogue existence. And in this brave new world governed by reason, a rogue can either rage and become a monster like me,
or band together with others. Like a ship full of pirates, perhaps.
Exactly. I admire Velvet's courage, squaring off against the whole world on her own. If you can accomplish that, it takes strength. Real strength. And I'm curious where it comes from.
So you're doing it for yourself after all?
Is that so wrong?
No. I'm the same. I need allies on my side, with the strength and courage to combat this so-called order imposed by the Abbey. But anyone who's willing to put up with the creed folly of Ifrit's pirates has to be an even bigger fool than we are. So I'm like you. I want to know how deep her foolishness goes.
She'd kill you if she heard that, you know.
It's a compliment. Fools that big aren't born every day.
Aha. And I imagine your dear Captain Ifrit's much the same.
Aye. That man flies his full flag proudly.
The Shepherd Artorias, He's got the populace eating from the palm of his hand. I wonder... Just how deeply will the fangs of our would-be tragic heroine scar this broken world of ours? I've got a traitor to find, but in the meantime, this should be a good show.
Vale, pues... What? Freak. No. Me he perdido la de esto. Joder. Ay.
A kind face for such a hard woman.
She knew about me and our cover. She's got ears everywhere.
And that's not all. She called the papers fake, but they're not.
So she's got spies working on the inside, too.
I heard that her predecessor, Baskerville, was a monument against authority. To think he was executed.
They've lost their leader, but remain unconquered. Not an organization to trifle with.
That's how they have to be to take on the Abbey. We'd better succeed on our missions, and not just to get the information we need.
Yeah. Besides, I'd like to get another of those drinks, too.
You're a man of taste. That place always has the best.
You'd better work hard too, if you want more Mabo curry.
I will.
Atender a los clientes aquí es más duro que cualquier encargo de las alas de sangre. ¿Quieres comprobarlo? No. Vale, algo más interesting por aquí. No, así que me voy.
Destroying red crates in a warehouse? Doesn't sound very nice.
Have we ever been nice?
I suppose not.
This is a contract job, so let's keep costs down. I'll call the Von Eltia and have her draw the guards away.
If you would.
What will we be destroying?
Who knows? That's hardly our concern.
Así tengo que ir súper lejos para el de esto.
That ceremony was simply fantastic. Lord Artorias' speech was brilliant, of course, but Prince Percival was really something too. He raises up Artorias to help the country and its people, then willingly steps down. Now that's what I call a king.
You think so? Well, to me, he just looks like a wimp.
He may look that way, but he has a great inner strength. He's excelled as a scholar and a leader since he was young. His only hobby is falconry, but sadly I hear he hasn't had the time for it lately.
You seem like a big supporter of his.
Well, he's got 2 younger brothers, but just between you and me, they're dolts. Worse, they hang with a bad crowd. If anything were to happen to Prince Percival, the future of Midgand would be bleak.
I see. So everyone's hopes are riding on him then.
Which means Midgand's vulnerable without him.
Oh, quiero guardar. Aquí no aparece dónde estaban las plantas, ¿no? Parece que no. Vaya caca. Deberían de aparecer.
He may be the shepherd now, but no one knows who he was before the Advent, or what he did.
No, they don't.
But he showed up one day with a mallet in tow, routed the demons, and formed a band of skilled young exorcists.
That sounds pretty suspicious.
Right? But the kingdom readily acknowledged his abilities and his conviction, and threw its full support behind him.
Maybe he plans on usurping power for himself.
Not likely. He's worked tirelessly to rebuild the church and state, and shore up the royal family's position.
Lining his pockets from the state coffers, then.
Not the slightest chance. Rather, he's got all the other higher-ups worried he's working himself to death.
Then what's he after?
Maybe there is no ulterior motive. Maybe he is our shepherd. Whatever the case, if he hadn't shown up when he did 3 years ago, Midgand would be a smoking ruin.
Quizás sí hay algún motivo. O quizás digan la verdad y no haya ninguno. El camino del lago Les atraviesa los humedales del norte al norte de la ciudad. La parte más profunda es un nido de diamonds. Lleva hasta la llanura de Aldina. No vayáis a menos que os hayáis preparado bien. No se supone que no deberíamos ir ahí porque ahí hay demons y la gente normal no puede luchar contra demons, así que porque dicen de prepararnos bien. ¿Y?
Greetings, Magilu's menagerie. You've come to exactly the right place.
You must be a Bloodwing. What do you want?
You already know about the Code Red demons, right?
The really strong demons the Abbey wants gone? Yeah.
Would you ever consider hunting them down for us? We'll reward you properly.
Reward? Why pay us when the Abbey would do it for free?
It's complicated. The Abbey is calculating in their deployments, especially where Code Red demons are concerned.
I get it. They'll only act if they determine the demon would cause more harm than the losses they'd incur in battling it. That does seem logical.
But sometimes people have lost a loved one to such a demon. Or sometimes they have a connection to the person the demon used to be. Wherever there's a Code Red demon, you can bet there are people willing to pay good money to have it killed.
And let me guess. That's where the Bloodwings come in.
Exactly. There are Bloodwings all throughout Midgand who have information on these Code Red demons. If you defeat a demon and report back to my comrades, they'll make sure you're well compensated.
All right, I understand. But I won't make any promises.
That's fine. No sense in drawing up a contract when the hunter probably won't survive anyway. If you get results, let us know. We'll hold up our end. That being said, I'd feel guilty if I didn't help out at least a little, so here, take this.
Those Bloodwings are definitely a rough crowd.
To be fair, things are never that straightforward when you're dealing with demons.
All that matters is that there's something in it for us if we hunt those Code Red demons. The only thing better than fighting formidable foes is getting paid for it.
Just remember that these Code Red demons are tough enough to make the Abbey shiver. We'd be wise not to underestimate them.
We should talk to those Bloodwings before considering any of the marks. They might have information that will help us prepare.
Yeah, and we better remember to upgrade our equipment.
Right.
A ver, botellas Inop. Si estás en una población o en el campo y pulsas L2, usas una botella Inop. Una de estas botellas te teletransportará al lugar especificado. Las puedes conseguir en tiendas o en los cofres de tesoro.
Hey, Laphicet.
What is it, Roguro?
Mabo curry.
Huh? Oh.
You're an interesting one. You like Mabo curry that much, huh?
It smells good. And it's creamy and kind of spicy. Eating it made me feel nice.
I'd say you love it then. Do all Malakim have such an appetite?
Each has their own tastes. Some eat a lot, some eat a little. Just like humans or demons.
What do you like, Aizen?
Drinks, I suppose.
What else?
Pretty much just drinks.
Don't you like anything else?
Is it a problem if I don't?
No. I'm just wondering.
For me, it's drinks and candied sweet potatoes.
That's where you boil strips of sweet potato in oil and then coat them in sugar, right?
Yeah, I never get tired of them.
So you like to drink, but you've also got a sweet tooth?
Yeah. Is that so strange?
No.
Candied sweet potatoes. Sounds good.
There's nothing to be ashamed of. It's just a sign that you're alive, remember?
Right.
Pensaba que es con lo de esto. Seguro que ya lo sabéis, pero si la fastidiáis durante una caza y morís, no seremos responsables. Buena suerte. A ver, sigo sin saber qué es lo de la botella de no sé cuántos. Puerto Zexon, por favor. Vaya, qué bien, ¿no? Ya me dejan ir ahí. Jo, si lo supiera, no hubiera usado el de esto. Pues nada. Voy a comprar unas cuantas botellas de estas. O sea, 99. ¿No puedo comprar esto? ¿No decían de que podía comprar la botella de no sé cuántos? Vaya. Decepcionante. Pues nada, antes de hacer la misión esa, quiero intentar destruir uno de esos demonios, daemons de código rojo.
foe is ready to fight.
Dead yet?
If you want to live, get out of my...
Don't get overpowered.
Vaya.
They were nothing.
Pero estoy consiguiendo un montón de puntuaciones. ¿Por qué no aparecen los...?
I'll end this quickly.
Ah, es verdad, no es solo aparecen en...
Victory is ours.
Oye.
On to battle.
You won't get any pity or compassion from me.
Vale, dejo de perder el tiempo con estos. Voy a continuar donde tengo que ir. A por el bicho ese. Comprobar. Vaya. Vaya. No, tío. Oh,
Fly away, little birdie. Far away.
Hombre, por fin, pico de bomba.
Scout ship setting sail.
Vaya. No ha disminuido el coste. Qué caca. Vale, es por aquí. ¿Qué te pasa?
On to battle.
Come on, really?
Looks like you want to die.
Oh, por fin. Por fin. Ah. Pero haz el de esto, que te quedarás sin vida, Velvet. A ver, ¿qué eres tú? Vale, débil el fuego. Vale, cuadrado, a ver. Débil el fuego es una bestia. Podría usar esto. Absorber PG. Podría usar esto. Es una comercial. Y... otra vez esto. Pues nuevo fuego. Y viento, vale. Esto es cuadrado. Holy moly. Ay, fantástico, bien hecho. Vaya, Kurt. Au va, au va, au va, au va, no me jodas. ¿Cómo que no? Ah, claro, porque tengo efectos de estado. Ah. Compañero, me podrías curar, ¿no? Te puedes robar hasta quedarte con una. That's illegal. Fantástico. Es que no sé, sigo sin saber cómo jugar a este juego. Vale, Velvet vaya atacando. Joder, qué hijos de fruta. Joder, qué hijo de... Estos lobos solo atacan a... No. Voy a coger yo. Joder, pero qué... Ay, cuánta falsedad. Pero a ver, retrasados mentales, curad a los... Joder, por fin. Basta de hacer monadas. Pero se me ha dado una paliza el bicho este. cuantas cosas. No he visto ni cuánta experiencia me ha dado, ni cuánto dinero, pero de dinero me ha dado bastante. Así que hora de recuperar vida y todo lo demás. No sé qué he conseguido, pero hay que guardar. No me gustan los enemigos poderosos porque tienen dos enemigos invencibles y esto me molestan un huevo. Pero un huevo. A ver, lo que no entiendo es por qué Laffy Z no ha usado... Voy a poner equilibrado otra vez. O sea que se pueden intercambiar personajes, ¿eh? No tengo ni idea de cuántos personajes puede haber aquí. ¿He guardado? No. Vaya. Pues dejaré el capítulo aquí. Bien, me he olvidado de cuál es. 13. Pues nada, hasta aquí el capítulo 13 de Tales of Berseria. Soy un ruso más y nos vemos en el próximo vídeo. Hasta pronto.